How's it going, guys? How are you? Peace and blessings. Uh, my name is Kwame Strong. I am 35 years old. I work as a cabinet maker at the moment. I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin, about 7 minutes from Lambeau Field, home of the Green Bay Packers. Um, I'm from Racine, small town in southeastern Wisconsin. Pretty diverse. It's kind of going through its own thing right now with police shootings, et cetera, et cetera, unfortunately. Well, I'm going to tell you all a little bit about myself. I was born in Chicago, Illinois. I moved from there when I was 5 years old to Wisconsin with my parents and my other six siblings. Whereas there were out of the seven of us, there were three of us who sung together, who would sing constantly together. And my dad had us doing so since since I was the age of three. Um, and that was Robert, God rest his soul. He passed away at 15. He was murdered, unfortunately. And then there was my brother, Taiwan. And we would sing constantly, us three. We had our group up until the day my brother passed. Um, and so music, it has always been in me. It has always been in me ever since I first heard the first tune of any song. Um, it's always been there. It's always been my passion, my drive, my first love. Um, I want to tell you guys. There was a question about what makes me interesting. Honestly, I'm just me. I'm just a regular guy who, went through tests and trials and tribulations, from a very young age, from, finding my brother dead, or rather shot, at the age 12 to, rebelling um, during my teenage years and unfortunately at the age of 19, making the wrong decision and ended up in prison and, at the age of 19, um, I've been through and yet I've grown. I've learned. And so with that, I know with the gift that I've been given, as far as the talent goes, the gift goes, there is a responsibility, uh, to not only use it, but to also share it, you know. So, I mean, again, I can't say, you know, whether or not that makes me interesting. I just know that it makes me who I am. And because of where I've been, I am who I am this day. So, um, I think, for me, I think I would be a perfect fit uh, for the competition because I have a drive, as far as for music, as far as for singing goes. Like nothing I love more than to sing. Um, just ask my family members who try to get me to shut up on the daily, or my parents who tried to probably get us to shut up on the daily too. But that's what I do. I love it. When I sing, it's not just words. It's not just a melody. It's more. It's a substance. It's life. It's breath. It's um, everything rolled up into one. It's that uh, there's only way I can explain it is to just do it. Is to sing. Um, when I sing, I put my soul and my heart into it. Every single emotion that's in me goes into every syllable, every note, every word that is being sung. That way, what I feel, I, with all my heart, try to portray to the audience that they may feel the same thing. I always said that, it's never ever been about monetary value to me when I sing. If I never, ever in life make a single cent off of singing, I'll be perfectly fine with that. You see, because I don't sing to gain monetary value. I sing to bless someone's day. I sing to brighten someone's heart, put a smile on their soul, just for that one iota of a second. That's my job, I feel, as a person who has been given the gift to move the spirit with such a talent. I feel it is my absolute duty to make a person's day just a little bit brighter than it was yesterday. And so, I mean, that covers my passion for music. I hope that somewhat covers the reason why I feel I would be a perfect fit for the competition, apart from being or goal driven and just a all out go getter when it comes to knowing what I want and figuring out what I want and then going to get it. Um, Grinding my butt off. And let me also add that I take positive criticism or even negative criticism, when it comes to music, with the utmost respect, because everybody has something to learn. You're never too old to gain wisdom from the young, and you're never too young to gain knowledge from the old. So if there is, criticism out there, positive or negative, I accept all feedback, because I believe as a human and as a person, it can only make me that much more better. So, yeah, I mean, this opportunity, if given, I mean, for me, it would benefit more than just myself. Uh, and I say that because I think about, my family, the position that it could, quite potentially put us in, or put them in rather, and my extended family, my friends, my community. There's, I'm probably getting ahead of myself, but there's so much I've always wanted to do, like with the homeless or with single mothers or single fathers, the needy in itself. There's so much that I've always wanted to do, always wanted to help them. And, I always said that if God granted me the platform or the blessing to put myself in a position to reach that blessing, that those would be some of the first people that I would help. And so I assure you, I do it so much more than for myself. So, with that being said, I know that where there's life, there's hope, and I'm alive. And so I hope that you all accept this video. I appreciate you. Blessings. Namaste.